My name is Janet Freeman-Daily. I am a writer, science geek, and lung cancer patient/activist. It was quite a shock getting diagnosed with cancer, and it really makes you realize you have no control over your life. So after I got through treatment and I'm recovering and realizing that I'm one of the lucky ones that made it through, at least this far, I really had some thoughts about why am I still here? And I have chosen to spend my time trying to help other lung cancer patients, and I'm working with doctors and hospitals and healthcare systems to try and change the way lung cancer is being treated. I had learned from other patients online about mutation testing and had sent my sample from the lymph node on my neck to be tested for a 10-gene panel in a clinical trial at the University of Colorado, but I was negative for all of them. And I called just to ask if I could come over and say thank you for allowing me to be in the trial. They arranged for me to come over, and the head of the cancer center, Dr. Paul Bunn, and he mentioned, oh, we're testing for 2 new genes. I said, oh really, is one of them ROS1? And he said yes. And I said, do you have any of my tissue left? And he said yes. I said, please test for it. The test came back. He said I had a very impressive ROS1 rearrangement. And my oncologist here in Seattle and I decided that was my best bet for getting effective treatment since my cancer was very aggressive. In the past, people had a few chemo drugs, and if people had cancer, they would try these drugs, and they maybe averaged about working 20% of patients. Now, when we can test for gene mutations in patients, we can choose drugs that are targeted for that particular patient's type of cancer. My particular drug that I'm on works in 80% of patients. That's huge. And the side effects are less because you're not trying to kill all cells. You're targeting only the cancer cells as much as possible. At the very first scan, all signs of my cancer were gone, and I've had no evidence of disease for 3.5 years and counting. Through social media and the internet, there is a lot of information available to patients, and I very much encourage patients to become involved in their care. This does not mean that you don't trust your doctor. It means that you're interested in being part of your healthcare team. A lot of doctors out at the clinics cannot keep up with how fast things are moving in targeted therapies. Knowing that I have a disease that could come back at any time, because unfortunately targeted therapies don't cure, they just suppress the cancer, makes me much more motivated to do the things that are important to me and be less concerned about what other people think of me or whether or not someone thinks I should be doing something or not. I'm doing things that I want to do. And it's very important for you to be able to say, this is what's important to me. You may choose that you want to stay around as absolutely long as possible because you have small children and you want to be there for them. Or you may say, you know, I want to have time with my family and be as comfortable as I can. There are options for lung cancer treatment beyond chemo, radiation, and surgery. Personalized medicine means that you have a treatment that's less toxic, that has a better chance of working, and in some cases works for a long time. So now my goal is to improve outcomes and quality of life for lung cancer patients for as long as I can or until I run out of energy.